Hello there everyone, Ashnflash here and welcome on into a LEGO Minecraft video. Today we're going to be sitting down and talking about the brand new update, Trails and Tales 1.20 update. And we did this last year with 1.19. It was just such a fun video. We sat down, we talked about all the things from the new update that should be appearing in LEGO form. And a lot of the stuff happened, and pretty soon afterwards as well. So there's different chapters if you want to hop around to the different topics if you're interested in some specific things. But the first thing here that I want to talk about is actually not from that update, but instead it's from 1.19.3. We heard about this actually at Minecon, and they revealed that there was going to be 7 brand new default skins that you'd be able to pick from. And I know that myself and so many other people are really tired of Alex and Steve, and they did a really great job up until this last wave of only putting them in one set per year. It was great. And then here they are back again in multiple sets. But now we've got 7 brand new characters for them to pick from. And I think that's so cool. We've got Ari, Effie, Kai, Makina, Noor, Sunny, and Zuri. I think it's so cool that they've got all these new diverse default skins that obviously need to happen in LEGO form and should be spread out amongst a ton of different sets. I think would be so exciting. But let's talk about this update here. One of the main things, of course, in this update being the archaeology. And let's start with this because I think that there's a lot they could do here for this. I think a Trail Ruins could be a set. It just looks so wacky, and I feel like LEGO could adequately do a set off of this. I think it would be great, and I think you could get a brush, and my idea with this is that maybe it could be like that sort of almost like the lipstick piece, or maybe even a lightsaber hilt or something, and you attach the broom piece from Harry Potter on the end, and that could be the brush to find all of the different items that you're going to find in it. It'd be pretty cool if the Sniffer could be in that set. I think that would be a really big draw. Getting a Sniffer egg there, and I have a build here that I've mocked up just to show you how that could look. I also have a Sniffer themselves here, and that sort of leads me into a little bit of a rant that I want to do just shortly, because I talked about this a lot last year. The science behind the fan vote from Minecon, how quickly the turnaround is. When a Minecon vote happens in the fall, the January wave features the Minecon vote from before. So we just had the Allay in January, and of course a couple months before we voted for the Sniffer. So I would assume here that in January that we are going to get a Sniffer in LEGO form. I think that'll be super exciting to see. And with the Sniffer also comes the 2 new plants that we're getting. We've got the pitcher plant, which when I was looking at that thing, when I was looking at the top of that, it reminds me so much of just a minifigure head. I think would work great. I don't know how they would do the top part there, how they would connect that. Maybe similar to like a potion design that they've done before, but I think that looks really cool, and I'd love to get that in LEGO form. The other type, of course, is the new torch flower. Couldn't lend itself really well to LEGO form. Sniffer isn't the only mob, though, being added to the game. We are also, of course, getting camels, and it works perfectly for LEGO because I don't know specifically what parts they would use for the body. I don't think it would be too complicated to figure that out, but obviously you'd be able to sit 2 minifigures on that. But what I would love to see with that is, I think it'll lend itself so well, is all of the llama heads. To repurpose that for the new camels, I think would be fantastic to see. I'd love some sort of desert set. There's a lot of different things that we've never gotten before. Again, maybe that could be a bit of like the archaeology update set, but even, maybe spread out the archaeology across different sets, I think would be really cool to get, like Ninjago does across the different batches of sets. We could get for this wave a bunch of little collectible tiles for us to make maybe a pot with all of the different symbols and everything. You could, discover them across these different sets, and then once you get enough of them, you can create them and attach them to a pot. I think would be really, really cool to see us get that. I looked at what Lego's done before for clay items, and they have a flower pot in the panda house, and I looked, that's dark orange, so I still think this would be really cool to get. The idea of these tiles, and I've said this before with music discs, but here, just having an archaeology wave I think would be really, really fun. And speaking of different items, of course, that you find, you could get all the different trims. Now, I don't know how specifically they would go about doing this, what kind of tile they would have it, printed on for you to discover them. Maybe you just discover the armor themselves, and I think that with all the different outfits, all the different colors and everything, that just opened up the gates so wide for all the different armors and patterns that we could be seeing in the future. All these different crazy colors, like specifically we had one that people like to call the emerald armor, the turtle shell armor, which doesn't exist in the game. But now, with all these different trims and all these new colors we're going to be getting, I think that it would be great to just get those different colors for the armors, the netherite armor, recolor all those pieces. I think that'll all be really, really fun to see them do in the future. We've also got, speaking of new colors, we've got some new wood blocks, which I think is very exciting. I want to talk about this because I almost wonder if Lego didn't necessarily manifest it, but we had cherry blossoms in a set, the training grounds. We had this little cherry blossom tree predating them being added to the game. Now, obviously, cherry blossoms is something that we've been wanting for a very long time. It's something that people customize with their different Japanese style buildings, etc. for so long. My friends have done it. I've done it. So the fact that they're actually in the game, they look gorgeous. I love the effects and everything there. I assume that they would look pretty similar. Obviously, comparing it here to the set, the actual wood color, it's like a dark purple. We really just, in general, need a dark purple color for Lego, but I think the closest thing would be dark brown. But for the planks and different things, I'd love to get masonry bricks in a light pink. I think would look really great. I'd love to see them do a whole set, a whole building or something like that in those colors would be fantastic. The other stuff that we're getting is actually bamboo, and there's so many things here that I'd love to see them do for bamboo. Specifically, the raft would be really, really cool to see. I've done a little mock-up here of Steve on the raft, similar to what I did last year with the mangrove wood, but specifically here, it's a brand new boat design, of course. Unfortunately, Mecha Bricks, the site that I used to render these things, don't have the shovel, so the axe is the closest thing for that. But anyways, we've also got the different colors of the blocks. I'm not sure what they could do. I think yellow is probably the best choice, but there's a lot of different choices that I wouldn't be opposed to them using for the different bamboo blocks, depending on what they're doing. Some other new blocks that we could get, I think, for sure, would be the new bookshelves. I could see us getting that. I don't know if you'd necessarily be able to customize it like you can in the game, but I think that just having new colors for bookshelves in our different Lego sets would be really great to see. Also, some other decorative things would be the hanging signs. I think would look great. Again, I feel like we've only gotten one color, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, ever for Lego Minecraft signs in medium nougat for oak ones, so I think it would be great to get some new colors. I think that'd be a lot of fun to see them do some of the more recent wood types, and specifically maybe even some stuff from the nether in those colors would be really fun to get. But that's it. That's the Trails and Tales update. I think, I don't know, I really love that idea now. I've got that locked into my mind of collecting all these different tiles and symbols. I think it would be so fun to do across a wave of sets, maybe even the whole year next year. That would be so fun to see them do that. But what do you think of this? Be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell notifications so you don't miss out on future Lego Minecraft set news, reviews. We've got a video looking at the August sets, and we're going to be reviewing them when I'm able to get my hands on them, as well as if you want to check out the video that I did on the last update, you could find that here at the end as well. I look forward to the next update and doing this again. So much fun. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. Hope you all have a great day. I will see you all in the next one.